Hello students, this video is about verbs. Out of 8 parts of speech, verbs probably are the most important ones. As we move forward, let's look at what these verbs are. In many books, you'll find that probably the primary grammar books, verb is an action word. But verbs can talk about state or position also. If somebody would ask us, where are you? Are is a verb there, but it doesn't talk about any action. So it talks about state or position. So these are the two additional meanings as far as understanding a verb is concerned. Moving forward, do understand that the verb is the most important part in a sentence and it is like the spine of a sentence. Without the verb, constructing a sentence in English is very tough. And the next step is how many kinds of verbs are there? Various divisions are there, but the basic division is this. Verbs are divided into main verbs, also called as principal verbs in some of the books, and auxiliary verbs. They are 24 in number, while main verbs do not have any particular number. There are plenty. Auxiliary means helping. Helping verbs are 24. And these 24 are further divided into two more kinds. One, primary auxiliary verbs, which are 11. Now, these 11 are also known as anomalous finites. How do I understand anomalous? What does finite mean? Anomalous because these 11 verbs can act as helping verbs and also as main verbs. Hence, that's an anomalous nature, unusual nature. A finite verb is a verb that has tense. I can look at the verb form and then say this is either present tense or past tense. So verb forms can be divided into finite forms and non-finite forms. Finite forms are those that have tense. Non-finite forms are those that do not have any tense. And the second division here under auxiliary verbs is modal auxiliary verbs. These are 13 in number. There's nothing anomalous about them. They are finite verbs. They are very clear about the tense form. Let's move forward. What are these primary auxiliary verbs? I'm not going to teach you anything new here, but I'm going to put them into a structure. Be is the only verb in English that has got 8 forms. These are the present tense forms, and their respective past tense forms are these. In addition to these, there are 3 more forms as far as be is concerned. Have has 5 forms. Again, the present tense forms, its past tense, right, and the other forms. The third verb here is do forms. This also has 5 forms, right? The present tense, the past tense, and the other forms. Now, the question that comes up here is, you said 11 verbs, but 8 plus 5 plus 5 is 18. Well, I said finite forms there. Finite means, let's recall, I said it is a verb with clear-cut tense. If you look at under B forms, you can very clearly see that, right, there are something called as present tense forms, and this doesn't have any tense. Similarly, it's a case with have forms and do forms. So if you count all the other forms there, right, 3 plus 2 plus 2 is 7. So 18 minus 7 is 11, which have very clear-cut tense. This is what it means to say. Okay, so please keep this in mind. We are going to use these verb forms when we talk about tense later on in another video. These are the basics as such. So moving forward, we have modal auxiliary verbs. I'm not going to spend more time on this. Modal auxiliary verbs are 13, we said. Yes, 13 exactly. Okay, and each one has got different uses. Okay, their form is only one, but their functions could be plenty. Okay, it takes a long time to explain these things. I think we'll do it in a different video. But more important for me, as far as verbs and tense is concerned, are these two. These two verbs are used to express future time, shall and will. So please keep this in mind as we move forward into the tense, as I said in the next video. We have completed primary auxiliary verbs, modal auxiliary verbs. Now, what are we left with as part of the list that we have seen in the first slide? Well, it is the main verbs. We said main verbs are not limited, plenty of them. Okay, I'm going to show you a kind of table here. Okay, with a little bit of homework as well. I hope it helps you. Look at this. Just as those verbs have got different forms, even main verbs have got 5 forms, right? This is the present tense form. Write, for example. Its past tense form is wrote. But there is another present tense form, and that is this S form. This present tense form or the S form is specifically used for third person singular. Means he, she, it. With these 3 pronouns, we use them. He writes, she writes, it writes. In present tense, this is how we use it. While write in general is a present tense form, writes is also another present tense form, but the past tense form for both of them is this one, wrote, as I said. Okay, so these are all finite forms. But when you look at the past participle form, that is written, right, or writing, these two are the non-finite forms. They cannot be used to express tense anywhere. They depend on some helping verb to express tense. Hence, out of the 5 forms, there are 3 finite forms and 2 non-finite forms. Okay, and for your practice, I have put about some more verbs here, as you can see. Right, these are not different forms. All these are, right, different verbs as such listed here. Okay, till the last, all the 5 columns there. Please use them to find out whether you know the past tense and the past participle forms or not. In the classes, I normally find that students fumble as far as these verbs are concerned. At least a few verbs here and there. So I'm putting across these things for your practice. So to quickly sum up what we have done, right? We have looked into auxiliary verbs and also the main verbs. Using these two, we are going to understand tense in the next video. I hope you followed these things. If not, please go through this again and again to understand this part of the video. This is very essential to understand tense. Hope it helps you. Thank you.